Why was G-Idle's wife banned from broadcasting? YG to debut a new group? In this economy? At least Ahyeon is back. But who is this? Also, why is Itzy Region's ear such a hot topic? All that today and more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. If you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You can also check out the resources linked below, as well as every single thing we are talking about today. My second channel also linked below, all my social media, absolutely everything you could think of. So with all that said, let's get into today's news. When people said they wanted to bring old K-pop back, I don't think they meant it in this way. G-Idle is facing a ban by KBS for their lyrics for Wife. So let's take a look at this. I mean, we've already talked about G-Idle's pre-release track Wife, and people saying that the lyrics are too vulgar, that the lyrics are actually offensive, that the lyrics are actually nonsensical. They've definitely faced already a lot of criticism for Wife, so I feel like this is just like another layer, the cherry on top. No, I feel like that's positive. What's the negative version of a cherry on top? Because I feel like that's what this is. Though, if you're a veteran K-pop stan, you'll know that this is nothing really new. But we'll get into that later. So, KBS deems G-Idle's track Wife unfit for broadcasting. So this might sound like super dramatic and super targeted towards G-Idle, but some songs get banned just for mentioning a brand name, or some music videos get banned for showing something that, you know, you wouldn't want to influence the youth with, you know, like not putting a seatbelt on or destroying public property. So there's definitely a variety of reasons why something might be deemed unfit for broadcasting. But let's see for G-Idle specifically. Although the song hasn't been officially promoted yet, it is always hopeful that albums can be played or performed on big Korean stations. However, certain companies have criteria to allow it to be eligible, and KBS is one of those stations. So Wife, alongside a song called Rolly, were both banned. Rolly from mentioning a brand, but Wife was banned due to overly sexual lyrics. We have this tweet from G-Idle charts. Wife and Rolly are ineligible for broadcasting by KBS broadcasting standards. Wife for lyrics that are overly general. Rolly for lyrics that mention a brand. I wonder what brand they're mentioning, just out of curiosity. Can we see it here? Rolly, huh? Because it says G-Idle in both. Oh, Rolly is G-Idle's song. I'm thinking it's like a completely random other group song. I'm like, okay, it's cool that we're mentioning them, but I'm like confused of what's I'm like, why does it say G-Idle for both? Oh my god, I get it now. Wow, that makes so much more sense. Pretend that didn't happen. But I do just want to look up the Rolly lyrics really quickly just to see what brand name we can find. So oh my god, the song hasn't even been released yet. I promise I'm a totally legit K-pop journalist. This is not reflective of my work. So naturally, people are upset about this. And now people in the comments are going to be like, you stop trying to change Korea. But we can converse about this. It's not illegal. After the decision was made, netizens hit back at the decision from KBS. While many agreed that the song was unusual, they explained how other songs from other artists, and especially boy groups that had innuendos, seemed to be still acceptable for broadcast. Fans also pointed out that at first the lyrics are nonsense, but suddenly become more sensualized when it comes to the ability to promote the song. It also cemented the importance of Soyeon's messages through her songs. For sure, absolutely, this has been a conversation for a really long time. It seems as though a lot of girl group songs are targeted for being too vulgar, for being too obscene, and those tend to be the songs that are banned in terms when we're talking about explicit content. Here are some more thoughts. Wife's lyrics are sexual. The real issue here is KBS's censorship of women expressing their sexuality. Not even Wormhole by Brown Eyed Girls got banned for sexual lyrics like I-dle. They're just irritated I-dle wrote the song themselves and did so freely. I guess it really depends, because sometimes you'll see like it's only on KBS that they have to change the lyrics, and on other shows they can do whatever they want. And it really depends, because you'll definitely see some groups get away with specific lyrics, some groups get away with certain choreography, and some groups definitely don't. The way Wife is essentially censored due to its suggestive meaning just shows how important Soyeon's message is. Korea had its suggestive songs performed on TV before, but because Wife makes nods to feminism and is suggestive on G-Idle's own terms, it's being banned. Seven and Cookie, they got away with it, but not Wife? Is that literally the gif? Don't worry, it's okay to sing lyrics that are sexualizing. I-dle's encoded over with a cute vibe. Don't worry, it's okay to have grown men write songs with innuendos for younger groups, but when G-idle is reclaiming their opinion on the actual standards of being a woman in South Korea, it's not okay. Now, of course, it can be super upsetting when your song is banned from being broadcast on a major station, right? Like KBS. KBS is Music Bank, right? Do we know that Wife was ever going to be performed? Obviously, more than likely, right? So if you have like one major station already like giving you problems, forcing you to change lyrics, that messes with your promotion of the song. Here are some more comments that I found on Reddit about the song being banned. Twinkle Twinkle Too Close to the Sun. As a second gen fan who remembers Girls' Day Twinkle Twinkle, a song called Wife getting banned with lyrics including Twinkle Twinkle feels like a full circle moment. I know the lyrics, the song, the music video, the dance. Girls' Day Twinkle Twinkle was my everything. Okay. To put in perspective, Brown Eyed Girls was able to perform broadcast Wormhole in its entire glory. KBS didn't like the cream soup G-idle cooked. It's the wig, isn't it? Slayed too hard, unfortunately. Honestly, this is kind of indicative of why I love G-idle. Whether it's Uki or Shuha ranting on TV about how they should be allowed to burp and fart if they want, or releasing a track with lyrics they know will mean they can't broadcast it, they really are walking the badass talk. Empowerment, autonomy, IDGAF, badassery doesn't feel like a concept they try on for a comeback cycle. It's actually their weirdo selves. KBS's boob and booty isn't hot. Their cream soup doesn't taste like Coco Loco, and their room doesn't twinkle twinkle. Serious thought though, isn't it kind of funny how my boob and booty is hot wasn't considered vulgar? Badge of honor, to be honest. Didn't KBS ban Blackpink's Kill This Love since Rosé was depicted driving a vehicle without a seatbelt? It's hard to take their ban seriously. That is true. Actually, I don't know if it's KBS. We're going to look into that after. But there is a wide variety of music videos and songs that have been banned for a variety of things, which we're going to look at actually. However, it does seem that G-idle will be changing the lyrics to their song, though I don't know where this comes from because it says netizens criticized G-idle for changing the lyrics to Wife. The original was deemed unfit for broadcast, obviously. So here's part of the lyrics. Swallow it deeper because I feel good. I cook cream soup, tastes Coco Loco. Want me your wife, but she is I clean your room, it's twinkle twinkle. Want me your wife, but she is wife, I make you feel so high. So apparently Cube has resubmitted, and this is something you can do. You could either just accept the ban and give up on it, which is what Cube has done in the past. I have an example that I want to share later. Or you can literally just change the lyrics. So apparently netizens are criticizing the company for not sticking to their guts after they found out about this change. Although they released the song as a satirical commentary, they bowed when faced with not being able to promote the song. They really look so uncool. Just put a mature rating on it. Just boldly label it for mature audiences. Isn't it at the point where they need to change all the lyrics? They're so cowardly. Guess they can't give up broadcasting promotions. They don't have a backbone, neither do they have any coolness. Now, I would take this with a grain of salt because we don't know if Cube is like resubmitting in the sense of like we're asking you to take a better look into the lyrics and understand that it's not suggestive, or they're submitting new lyrics. I don't know. Until we see the new lyrics, I would just take this with a grain of salt. But I don't know. You know, if you have a brand name in a song, you have to change it. And it doesn't mean you don't have a backbone. But then again, if the song is talking about something specific and then you change that, then the meaning is changed. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. But again, we don't even know what the revised version of the song looks like. I cook cream soup. Taste is Coco Loco. But did you know that idols often have to change the lyrics of their songs on certain music shows if they mention brand names? So NCT 127's Two Baddies, One Porsche became Two Baddies, One Squad. NMIX's Popcorn and Zero Coke became Popcorn and Zero Cup. EXO's Lotto was changed to Louder in some stages. And Blackpink was given some issues with Boom Baya because of the mention of Hennessy. I also remember not too long ago XG's Love Ride. The lyrics, just like my Pirellis, was changed to just like my Four Wheelies. But let me know of other examples below of K-pop lyrics that had to be changed because they mentioned brand names. There was a BTS one where they mentioned Converse or something. Or is that the title of the song? It was like Converse High? I really don't remember, but they had to change it to some. What was that? Lovers High. But in terms of explicit lyrics, I feel like this was way more common in second gen, and unfortunately a lot of girl groups suffered because of this. Rania's Dr. Feelgood, banned. Hyuna's Bubble Pop, banned. As we enter 5th gen K-pop, this is becoming quite rare, where when you do tend to look at the list of songs that have been banned, it's usually because of a brand name or something else. And again, this is not Cube's first rodeo with this type of thing. Actually, as far back as I can remember, very vividly, like I mentioned, Bubble Pop by Hyuna, in 2011, it was banned due to the obscene choreography. Coming back to this article from 2011, Hyuna's Bubble Pop promotions come to an unexpected end. Here's basically what Cube said about that. On August 4th, we heard from broadcasters that KCC concluded Hyuna's choreography for Bubble Pop was too actually suggestive. We concluded it would make no sense to go on stage with the change dance, so instead of altering the choreography, we decided to just not do any TV promotions with Bubble Pop, which I think would be quite upsetting. And I think if I-dle didn't change the lyrics to their song to then promote the song, people would also be upset for Cube to just let it go like that, let it go so easily. Because if we think back to that criticism of allegedly people saying that, you know, they have no guts for changing the lyrics to be able to promote, which I did look up very briefly and I couldn't really find any information about that. But if they were to do the exact opposite of that, I feel like they would still get backlash anyways. People would be like, no, wife deserves to be promoted. You should do everything in your power to make sure they're able to promote it. You're just sitting back and letting this happen. And then actually this instance is one I don't quite remember, but in 2012, literally the next year, another one of her songs was banned by KBS and MBC. And this was the song Very Hot. The reason is for the lyric katok, which is short for Kakao Talk, and it's a brand name. So with all that said, I definitely want to take a look at K-pop music videos and the reasons they were banned. So here we have a list of K-pop music videos banned by South Korean television networks. So there is a history of media censorship and conservatism in South Korea, and as a result, many risque or explicit K-pop songs or videos have been banned from airing by the country's major television and radio networks. Other reasons a song could be banned could be for featuring Japanese lyrics, negative influences upon the youth, or product placement. So KBS, MBC, and SBS are the three major networks, which are the ones doing the banning here, right? So let's see if we recognize any. Gentleman by Psy for showing destruction of public property. Angelina by Orange Caramel for devaluing human life by having the members wrapped in plastic packages wearing sushi costumes. That was so iconic though. Bang Young-kook's I Remember for scenes yeah, it was quite a violent music video. DDD by EXID for profane lyrics. How Dare You by Sistar for pole dance move and belittling lyrics like why you play these games. Okay, but why wasn't Sister 19's My Boy banned? Because why are you trying to play games with me? Lotto by EXO for referencing the sportswear brand of the same name. Cherry Bomb by NCT 127 for violent lyrics. Kill This Love by Blackpink because Rosé is depicted operating a vehicle without a seatbelt. I think a lot of people remember that one. So in terms of revising these bans, often the entertainment company that owns the banned song attempt to revise the song and have it reevaluated by the Broadcaster Standard and Practices Department, and will edit the music video to remove the scenes in question or even create a special network cut meant for broadcast by that network. Other times they may alter the explicit dance moves or change the song's lyrics so that the song may still be performed on music shows such as Music Bank. In the case of EXO's Lotto, which we talked about earlier, they changed the title of the song to Louder on some broadcastings, because if you look up EXO's Lotto, you're still going to be able to find the title Lotto, the lyrics, literally the subtitles of the lyrics still saying Lotto, because it seems it was just KBS and NBC who took issue with that. But you'll see sometimes like parenthesis louder, you'll see the lyrics changed in the subtitles to louder. And they go on to say that sometimes companies don't make an effort to change anything, like Cube did for Hyuna's Bubble Pop. I mean, she halted promotions, meaning she performed the song quite a few times before they decided it was too obscene. And then for Psy's Gentleman, a spokesperson for YG Entertainment said they had no plans to submit a different version of their video, and they followed the decision made by KBS. So with all that information, I would have loved to know what you guys think about this, especially if we notice that there's some inconsistencies with some groups getting away with the same thing that another group would get banned for. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. BABYMONSTER basically just debuted with their single Batter Up, their digital single, which had no promotions, no album, a member down, but still super successful. However, given the lack of promotions, people are kind of side-eyeing YG for wanting to already debut another group. Here is what the company had to say. Our goal is to introduce at least one new group this year by launching a project to identify and cultivate global talents through local auditions, not only domestically but also overseas. They continue continued to say, in the upcoming year, we will seek to establish new growth drivers through diverse artist activities and target the global market to continually enhance shareholder value. So here's what some K-netizens think of this. Have they gone crazy? Manage BABYMONSTER and Treasure properly. Seriously, YG. iKON is out and Winner is practically on hiatus. There are only 3 idol groups, and even among them, Blackpink members are pursuing their own individual activities. They're seriously not handling things well. YG should just open a restaurant. Expanding the company cafeteria and turning it into a dining business doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. They always say they are releasing a new group, but then it takes them 2 to 3 years to actually release them. I heard they're releasing a boy group. I'm really questioning what's going on with BABYMONSTER. It's already been 2 months since they debuted, but what are they doing? Even if they're waiting for Ahyeon, they got a terrible song. Previously, YG was criticized for even opening auditions so soon after BABYMONSTER's debut. They really debuted a bunch of kids and trapped them in the dungeon. In true YG fashion, I don't know why we're surprised. So this was actually a week after their debut, and YG posted the following: YG Entertainment National Audition Tour. Starting on January 13th, they'll be traveling to 8 different cities in South Korea, starting with Jeju, moving on to Gwangju, Jeonju, Busan, Daegu, Daejeon, Wonju, and Seoul. Like, Seoul. Applicants that were born between the years 2006 and 2013 are open to apply. Back then, and way back then, a whole 2 months ago, this is what people were saying. I can't put into words how much I want this company to collapse. As long as the remaining artists can find a different label, I'm fine with Noji no longer existing. What a joke. They didn't even try. They gave BABYMON one shitty song that had been recycled from 2015 and expected an all kill from them with no promotion. Not even music show appearance. That is the least they can do for them. They need to stop playing on the successor game and actually create groups with new concepts. They can't keep living off Big Bang and Blackpink concepts. The 21 erasure? I don't know who you are, but my goodness. Age span being 2006-2013, these companies are sick. That's a 10-year-old. Knowing YG, it takes 7 to 8 years before those members debut. So of course, let me know what you think about this, because I think this is kind of supposed to be normal company behavior. YG is kind of realizing that debuting like 4 groups over the span of 20 years is probably not the best business practice ever. Because out of those 4 groups, some are disbanded, some just want to leave the company. Like, it's not amazing. You have JYP debuting so many groups, SM debuting a ton of groups, all of these other companies debuting groups at much higher rates than YG. So I do, in a sense, feel like it's a little weird for people to be weirded out about this, but at the same time, it's like, well, what are you doing with these existing groups? It does make sense, but it also doesn't make sense. Like, it's like it's normal behavior, but I don't know. I feel like, just let me know what you think. Okay, so in an update that I didn't think we would be making, like, I'll be really honest, I was going on Twitter to look up Ryujin's ear, because I was like, what if people get mad at me for talking about her ear? I was genuinely stressed about this. And then at the corner of my eye, I see hashtag Ahyeon is back. Well, it wasn't a hashtag, it just said Ahyeon is back. And I'm like, I don't really believe this, because the amount of times I've read Seunghan is back, Seunghan is coming back, it's been confirmed that Seunghan is coming back. And I'm like, where did you hear that? That's not true. I feel like people are gonna get mad at me for saying that, but where was that announced? That's all I'm saying. Where was it announced? Because it wasn't announced, and you guys are just saying he's coming back when it's not been announced. Anyways, so I decided to look it up on my own, and lo and behold, Girly Pop is coming back. Everyone was so worried and stressed that she might not make her return. A lot of people convinced that we'd never see her again, but alas, here, YG not only announces Ahyeon's return, but also BABYMONSTER's first comeback. So YG released a surprise announcement video where YG basically said that Ahyeon would be coming back. After sitting out BABYMONSTER's debut last November due to health concerns, Ahyeon will be taking part in the group's upcoming comeback with their first mini album this spring. As a result, BABYMONSTER will be recording new 7-member versions of their first 2 singles, their debut track Batter Up, and their upcoming pre-release single Stuck in the Middle, which did not originally include Ahyeon. That's a really interesting fact, isn't it? Like, I was wondering, why is it just a digital single? Why not release an album? But it's kind of making sense. It's making sense in its own way, because it seems they probably didn't know she was going to get better this soon. I mean, it didn't seem like they were even anticipating her to be part of the first comeback. But if they were anticipating her to get better eventually, it would make sense to not release not a full album, but an album in general, because then you have all these pictures without her, all of these tracks without her. Even if it's just 2 tracks, It's YG after all. But what did YG say? I want to see what he said. Fortunately, Ahyeon has fully recovered her health, and as of today, Ahyeon is back at YG. She's currently recording songs. Now, have we heard this before from YG artists? Yes. But are we going to have hope anyways? Absolutely. Especially since they've actually released a teaser for this comeback. I'm saying this, but I haven't seen the teaser. I feel like it's just going to be text. Let's take a really quick snippet because YG's really good with copyright claims. It's not real. There's nobody in this music video, which is fair, to be fair. So of course, this is super exciting news, and I would love to know what you think in the comments below. Someone's hammering out there, and it's just so distracting. Now, a lot of people, of course, are still wondering, you know, what was the issue that caused her health concerns so that YG would have them debut without her, only to now 2 months later re-record everything with her in it. Definitely a very curious situation, but here we are. Maybe it's already in the title, but can we maybe it is actually in the, who is this idol? Can we guess briefly who this idol is? Maybe we already know, but Sserafim's Sakura recently did a photo shoot, and the Photoshop seems to have gone a little too hard. So this seems to be a photo shoot with Numero Tokyo. So far, I feel like it's looking a lot like Sakura, you know? Yes. That's definitely Sakura, right? But then we get to this photo, and I feel like it's throwing me so off. If you had just shown me this picture alone, not told me who it was, asked me who it was, I would be like, I've never seen this person in my entire life. Like, I was genuinely confused. Like, did they accidentally put a random picture of somebody else? But maybe I just don't know her face that well, because, like, I don't know. Of course, I know what she looks like. I know who she is. But I feel like if you're a fan of an idol, like, you just inherently know their face, like every angle, and if there's a bad Photoshop job, like you still know that it's them. But here's the accompanying article. Netizens believe Sserafim Sakura looks unrecognizable in latest photo shoot. As beautiful as Sakura looked with the innovative concept and makeup, the representation of the idol made netizens on the fence about the photo shoot because of the alleged photoshopping. According to fans, Sakura looked completely different in all the photos. Oh, for some, didn't even actually look like Sakura. Although some claimed it was just the style of makeup for the shoot, others said it was just too different and had to be the publication photoshopping the idol. I think it's so incredibly rare to see an idol's like actual skin. Like when I see real pores, and mind you, it's not to say that idols don't have amazing skin. Sometimes you see the real skin and you're like, okay, it's real skin, but I still hate you. I'm kidding, obviously. Not about the jealousy, but like there's filters on absolutely everything. There's a filter on my camera as we speak. On the camera itself, I don't even add a filter in like after anything. The filter's in the camera, guys. My skin doesn't look like this. I took a front-facing picture. I've talked about this in my vlog channel, by the way. Go check it out. I took a front-facing picture just right now because I saw how horrendous my foundation looked. But anyways, I've definitely seen some Getty images of idols and you see their skin, their real skin. Like it looks different than the filtered skin and it still looks absolutely amazing, but it's real skin. And it's not to say that the idols who don't have like super perfect skin or makeup aren't still beautiful. Just covering all my bases there. Oh, there was a picture I had of Yeosang recently where I'm like, oh my god, like real skin. Where's my ATs folder? I'm gonna find this for you. Oh, I sent it in my group chat. I'll find the picture of Yeosang's skin and share it here somewhere. And I was just so happy to see real skin because oftentimes everybody uses filters. I use filters. You go on TikTok, people use filters. You think it's real and you compare yourself to people. I'm going off tangent. This has nothing to do with anything. Honestly, I'm wondering if yes, Photoshop, sure. But also the lighting, I feel like is definitely changing her features a lot. Do you think so? Anyways, I asked you guys in my community tab, who is this idol? Because I wanted to see if you guys recognized her. So let's actually take a look at some of the comments. Do you recognize this idol? 55 comments. The more I look at the pic, the more I think it's just Felix with long hair. Felix? How? Sakura, but the shadows make her look so different. We were just saying that. Well, I was. Felix, the people's Felix. Oh my god, guys. Mind guessing Sakura, heart saying no. It looks like Sakura, but also it doesn't look like Sakura. Sakura looks amazing, beautiful. I first thought it was Sakura. No way, I just searched it and it's Sakura. I didn't recognize her at all. It looks like Sakura, but it doesn't look like Sakura. It looks very familiar, a little bit like Sakura, but also like someone completely else. I just don't know who. Did Felix and Sakura had a baby? Why is everybody thinking Sakura? Felix. I do not see it at all, but it is very interesting when someone's like, Wonbin looks like Minji from New Jeans, or this idol looks like this idol, and I'm like, I don't see it. And then I'll be like, but I think this idol looks like this person, and then you guys don't see it. Sakura and Felix, oh my god, is this an AI image? I can see Sakura, but something about this picture doesn't feel real. It looks like someone from Billy. Sakura from the Sserafim. I'm really surprised people are getting it because I really wouldn't have recognized her. The light doing her dirty. I suppose it definitely is the light. Julie from Kiss of Life. Whoever edited this used all the tools available on the app, because who is this? Is that Onda from Everglow? Seon from Billy? Tsuki from Billy? Why is it? It's me. Tsuki from Billy. Oh, there's a lot of Tsuki from... Okay, Tsuki from Billy. Felix from Stray Kids. And people are saying someone from Kiss of Life. No, who? No. Karina? Someone from NMIX? So I definitely wonder. I would love to know what you think. Maybe it is really just like the shadows that are drastically... Okay, paired with Photoshop. I'm sure all the pictures are edited. Everything is edited. Nothing is real. Okay, guys, don't ever forget that. I'm not even real. I don't even exist. But I think like paired with the lighting that's like changing her features is definitely throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie, when I like read the headline to this story, I was like, am I really gonna talk about Itzy Ryujin's ear? Like, of course we are. Of course we are. But I definitely thought like, I'll be honest, I wasn't really gonna like talk about it as a main story. I was like, it's just a keloid. Like, so let's take a look at the picture that has people super concerned about Itzy's ear. No, Ryujin's ear. So I saw this headline, a photo of Itzy Ryujin at a recent event worries netizens. I'm like, is it a tattoo? She got a tattoo. Good for her. What's going on? So here's the picture in question. And if you look at her ear, there's a bump behind it. Now, I've watched a ton of Dr. Pimple Popper, and my official diagnosis, what's that? Oh, like, I want to say backyard diagnosis. What's that word? Oh my god, there's some... You guys are so good at this. Let me know what I'm trying to say. When you have like zero qualification to diagnose anyone and you're still doing it. I think it's a keloid. So what is a keloid? It is basically a thick raised scar. It can occur wherever you have a skin injury, but usually forms on earlobes, shoulders, cheeks, or the chest. And apparently this was like a big thing. So yeah, while netizens made it clear that keloids are not dangerous and can generally be painless for people, especially if they're used to having them during piercings. It's just an ear keloid. I have one too, though it's not as big. It's from when an ear piercing gets infected or when your ear rejects the piercing. I'm not going to take my medical advice from this. It's just a keloid. They don't hurt. That keloid has existed for years. During her debut days, she had an earring around that area and they removed it. So from what I learned from Dr. Pimple Popper is that keloids are caused by trauma. And what happens when you try to remove a keloid? It causes trauma. So they can be quite tricky from what I've heard. I have an ear keloid. It doesn't hurt unless it's messed with, but hopefully she gets better and it gets taken care of. It's the biggest keloid I've ever seen in my life. I hope she gets it taken care of. Are you guys just not watching TLC? I actually came across this on Twitter. Her response on Bubble. So she's basically talking about love wins all. Of course, I used title track with V. Pre-release, sorry. Did my ears become a bit of a hot topic? Why do foreign Mitzies only talk about that? Thank you for your concern, but I'm not a friend who can find the time and do something right now, so I'm planning to break up with it when I have some time. I've already been to the hospital many times, so don't worry. Let's stop talking about ears. Let's move on to our little discussion segment. If you were an idol, how would you react if you saw a bug on stage? Bugs. We're going to be looking at bugs, by the way. So we have a little compilation here. Level 1, just simply flicking it off. You're someone who's just not scared of bugs. It's not a big deal. Also level 1, just kind of laughing it off. You just swipe it away, laugh off the situation. It's really not a big deal. Level 2, you kind of run away from the situation. Since you can't do anything, you just kind of laugh, cry about it. Level 3, a moth flies straight into your mouth. No. Level 4, bugs all over you. That's terrifying. I didn't even notice that. Look at level 5. Oh my god. What kind of bugs are these? Jesus. So would you be able to keep your cool and continue the performance? Or would you freak out and run away? Our Kpop song of the day is My Boy. Oh my god, have I mentioned this song before? I don't know. But Star 19 recently did like Killing Voice, and Hyorin's vocals, Oh my god, guys. This is not from that song, but I wanted to share anyways. So my boy, I always loved Gone No Longer There. People criticize me for the title. Ita 없으니까 gone no longer there. Ita there, gone no longer there. I don't know. Such a fun summer song with such an iconic body roll choreography. I'm getting like, I feel like I've talked about it before, but it's not gonna hurt to talk about it again. Such a fun choreography with chairs and high heels, and again the body rolling. Such an iconic song. If you guys are just getting into Sister 19 through No More My Boy, I would definitely suggest their earlier work as well, and all of Hyorin's solo discography, literally. I was literally thinking about this. I'm like, what if like Hyorin did a solo concert, or Sister 19 did a concert or something, like probably in Korea or something? Like, would I be willing to fly to go hear those vocals? And I think maybe I would be. Like, I think I would be. I think maybe. Like... So that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. It's actually my birth month. I'm an Aquarius, so I want to go eat Ethiopian food. I love Ethiopian food, but I don't know anyone in my life who loves it as much as I do, and nobody ever wants to go with me, and it's so sad. And my literal favorite restaurant closed down like 5 years ago due to health code violations. It's just saddest day ever. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.